Welcome back to Fox Netball. Kudos Bank Arena at the ready for this prelim final between two of the game's heavyweights. Two-time SSN premiers, the New South Wales Swifts, up against the 2020 premiers, the Melbourne Vixens, and they are about to let fly in the biggest game of the season. Well, we're underway here. Kudos Bank Arena, the preliminary final, and right on cue, the Melbourne Vixens have done the job. They could be the first ones on the scoreboard, as Bianca Chatfield has asked. Here it is, Sophie Garvin takes the first points. Housby. Simmons. Well, this is positive already, isn't it? Helen Housby prepared to get herself into the mix.
Absolutely. She's obviously passed that one off to Grace, but I think her in the circle, ready to take the ball, is what the Swifts. For her first shot, I think that's kind of natural for any shooter in the league, and she always wants to give confidence to Grace Wilkie tonight.
Fair enough. So great to have Jo Hutton joining us in commentary for those sorts of insights throughout this one. That is a big, confident ball over the top to Wecky. Well, they've responded quickly, haven't they, the New South Wales Swifts? Out by two, the New South Wales Swifts. Housby launches again. Well, we heard Bryony Akel in the pre-game say they've got such a strong target in Grace. They've got to have the confidence to get back there. Well, that was brilliant vision from Walters to find Garvin. And they level it up. The last three there, the Melbourne Vixens. Housby back to Turner.
Just struggling to find the connection on their second phase with, and it's resulted in Maloney taking the turnover for the Vixens. And just to jump in, guys, I've listened to Bryony Akel just then scream to Helen Housby, turn your hips, so she's not completely seeing what's going down. They were really held up last week on their second phase, so keep an eye on that.
Thank you, Kim Green. So good to have you over there. Eavesdropping on the coaches. Kira Austin takes one well. The slow start was there from the Vixens, but they've clawed their way back into it. Well, all day you can see Austin's intent. She doesn't want to stuff around with it. She wants to find straight away Sophie Garvin, and that's why Kira Austin is sitting 5th for assists. Only a couple of shooters in that top 10. Both of them on court today. That won't surprise you.
They can be real triple threats out there with how much ball they're giving into their shooters, but also how much they're attacking the post. That's the crucial element to the two-goal attacks.
Well, she did well to keep it in, Wecky, but there was way too much on it. The Vixens another opportunity. Maloney. Keep an eye on Maloney and Hadley. Anytime they're near each other, you can see the push and the shove.
Diamond's teammates, they know plenty about each other and how each other want to play the game.
Well, they could be up against it. Against each other for selection too. Maloney through to Austin.
And just on that, guys, I just want to talk about Paige Hadley in particular, is that she does look a little proppy at the moment on that foot, not having the most not having injection as much down in that attack end. Only 2 feeds to her name so far. Verity Simmons really taking the brunt.
Both teams really still taking their time to settle. This is honestly one of the biggest games of their seasons, and it will be. And it takes time, and so far, momentum is swinging Vixen's way, but they'll be very, very careful because the Swifts can score so quickly.
There's the work from Rudy Ellis. Great front position on the Harvey Norman replay.
And that's what the Vixens will want. They want Sarah Clow contesting that out of play, so now Kipper's got the option. Does she go for the two, or does she want to pass off to Garvin for the safe one?
Yeah, we are in the first Power 5 of the game, as Jo Hutton has just pointed out for us. A couple of the defenders there for the Swifts, and then now they find Wecky. Will take the one.
What an important feed for White to connect with Wecky so early on as she's entered the game. Take a look at this. Perfect positioning.
20 seconds on the clock in the first 15 minutes. Can the Swifts get it down there? Ellis challenges. Well, surely this one is in for Grace Wecky. It is. Well, can the Vixens get it down to goal in time? They'll want to send it and send it soon. the spoiler from Shani Landon, and that will be the end of the first quarter.
Much better entry into the circle from Housby there. You saw the Vixens defender drop 2-on-1 onto Grace, and she just took on the initiative and took the ball cleanly.
Garvin, well, you heard the crowd screaming there, wanted a held ball. Goes back to Weston. Walters centres it up beautifully. Under pressure here, well, so much so the foot's gone outside the baseline for Sophie Garvin. Brilliant defensive pressure from the Swifts.
And Clow has really stepped into this second quarter with a lot of physicality, really making Garvin work hard, especially on that baseline.
How good is the story of Shani Lambden, though, this season? First full contract, played every game this year.
And someone who was just a training partner for all the time, and she was weighing up, is it worth taking on another role where I might not get an opportunity?
Oh, look at Paige Hadley in that moment. Turns around, claps the hands, the big smile on the face. The defence is up.
What a feed from Housby. They are finding their groove, this Swifts attack end.
That's a perfect example of pairs and partnerships, sighting your other shooter.
Guys, let's talk about this score. It's 12 in the second. That's all they got in the first for the whole 15 minutes of Swifts. Still 6.5 minutes to go.
Another win from Lambden. She has been huge in this second quarter.
Is it too early to say Shani Lambden for MVP, the way she's going? White, back to Lambden, there she is, former Vixen. Turner, Hadley, again under pressure from Kate Maloney. Back again to Lambden. Well, now the defensive pressure shifted the other way. No choice but to launch at Lambden. Rudy Ellis there to clean it up. Well, this game has been all swings and roundabouts, hasn't it?
I think that's going to continue, Coxie.
Garvin takes one, the settler. Back to two. Here's the ball coming on the Harvey Norman replay. Rudy Ellis in brilliant position. Austin again, this time. Well, the connection a lot quicker and easier to find. They send it back to Austin in the two. Wants to centre.
There's that penalty you talk about, Joe, making sure that they get it. They get the free shot with only one defender.
The first Suncorp Super shot of the game. 2 and a bit minutes remaining in the first half. There's Simone McInnes. Well, this could well be her last game of netball, or maybe one more next week. Housby opens the account, shooting them at 62% this season. Hadley, White, lifts it, nice and slowly again. It's a really measured delivery coming from the youngster.
Going for the two, Helen Housby. Not enough time to open up.
Oh, they'll take the one, and I think we'll be quite happy about it, the New South Wales Swifts. They'll go into the halftime break up by 2. Well, they were down by 3 in that opening quarter, but didn't they respond? The second quarter, they won it 19-14. So what a turnaround. The ebbs and flows of this prelim final already. Well, I feel like the next 30 minutes is going to keep us guessing even more so. And some work to be done from the Melbourne Vixens, which starts right now. Maloney heads back to Eddie. Oh, yes. The step on coming from Kate Maloney. The Vixens need to find something special, and that nearly wasn't it. They keep possession. Maloney picks up the scraps.
I think we talk about taking the extra pass. Vixen's probably taking too many passes to get to goal at the moment.
Yeah, great call, Joe. There's that quick pass again. Bronnie Akel been saying to all of her attack line, turn fully, sight Grace, because we want to get it in there directly if we can. Wecky Finding a lot of air on that feed now, though, is Grace White, and hasn't this blown out. Wow, that's a ball, and that is a confident ball. And as we talk about, any time you see Housby get fired up, whether it's on the back of a pass or a super shot or whatever, you get a little nervous.
And we get a little bit excited in commentary because we know what's about to come.
Good ball finds Garvin. So Garvin's still doing the wealth of work. Just the one miss, sitting at 97% for the Vixens. Needing some more ball in hand, Housby. Hadley. Slow to get up is Landon. Holding on to the arm, not even going to take the penalty. Have a look at the penalties too. They are blowing out.
And this is a huge difference to the Swifts as well. Their penalty count was enormous, and it has been a lot of games this season. Bryony Akel's been searching for answers. So for them to keep it to where it is right now, that's impressive work from everyone on the court.
Oh, here comes Patrick the Mop Man, as we see one of the Harvey Norman replays. That one now is going in effortlessly. That height that you talked about, there's the siren for the third power 5 of the game. Well, the Swifts don't need to shoot them, do they? Sitting now up by 9.
Vixens having to work it around again, still looking to open up the 2-point shot.
Walters. Graham screaming for it now. She's got it in her hand. Attacks it straight away. We'll get another crack at it with the penalty as Austin goes down. Well, I was about to say, surely you wait till she gets up for the rebound opportunity, but don't worry about it. Graham again, can she sink another? Nothing but net. Back to back for Lily Graham. Umpires trying to get control here. They know this has the potential to get very, very heated the closer we get to the end of this game. Wecky take the one, Housby calling for it. 10 the difference. Well, the first thing they need to do here, the Melbourne Vixens, is get ball back. The conversion rate on game ball to goal is good. It's 89%. They can score off it.
And a big part of this game has been the changes that we've seen from both sides. The Swifts have only made one change, where the Vixens uncharacteristically have made 15. We haven't seen that from them all season.
Walters to Weston. Garvin out of the circle. The roll-off. Beautiful attacking play from the Melbourne Vixens.
Garvin looks like she's taken what Simone McKinnon said at three-quarter time and has gone, rightio, I'm going to put on a show.
And that's the copy-paste they need. You know, that's the play they need to play over and over again, as we see an easy one for Grace Nweke on the other end.
Well, now's not the time to sit back and let someone else do it. You've got to do it yourself, don't you?
Big win from Rudy Ellis. This is the momentum the Vixens need. They have to score off this.
Maloney. Yep, settles again. Walters finds Garvin. The good thing is the centre pass to follow here. Well, the Swifts' biggest winning margin over the Vixens, round 14. Oh, sorry, was 14 in 2021.
This is where you want the Vixens to have players standing up, putting their hand up, saying, I want the ball. Let me help us win. Get us over the line.
The Vixens completely congested on this side of the court. They're finding it hard.
Oh, I tell you what, that was just rock solid from Sophie Garvin, and it had to be. They ran out of options. They had to force the ball. Yeah, it should have just been called cheeky goalkeeper. Here it is from Wecky flying through on the Harvey Norman replay. Couldn't do it cleanly.
The Vixens need more than one option though at this stage. You can see very clearly who the ball has to go to. They need two options.
Back to two. Kira Austin. Sinks it. Second Suncorp super shot, 2 from 3.
Out of play, don't move.
Look at the score breakdown. Have a look at the fourth quarter, 20-12.
Not set. Set the penalty beside her. Paige. No more commentary.
Leave that to us, Paige.
Interesting. I wish we had her mic'd up on court right now to hear what she's saying.
Kira Austin makes it level. Sinks her third Suncorp Super shot. We have got Vixens fans right behind us here in commentary. They're almost louder than the entire stadium.
What do the Swifts do here? Do they go for the one? Do they play how they've been playing the last half an hour? Or does Housby step up and go for a 2-point?
Well, Wecky calling for it. She's happy just to take one. Vixens have scored 7 of the last 10. Austin. Walters. Back to Eddie. Walters again. Garvin.
She's not going to take it. She's got to take it. They might need her in these crucial moments.
Well, she's got to get herself in rebound position, if nothing else. Kira Austin standing up and delivering for the visitors.
Vixen scored 7 of the last 10.
Everyone pointing at the post. Wecky to take the one. Bronny Akel up out of the chair. Suddenly very vocal.
50 seconds to play. What do you do here, Joe? Do you go a 2? Do you go a 1?
I think if you're shooting like Kira Austin, you get yourself in the position. You want to get one of these defenders out of play and then go and back yourself in. You're one of the best shooters in the world.
The last draw between these two teams was in 2017, round 3.
Austin screaming for the ball, wants it. Well, are they trying to chew the clock here? I'm not sure, the Vixens, or they just can't penetrate. Austin looks quite happy to work it around, maybe knowing they get it down low enough, they can just go the one. Swifts won't have time to respond.
This is huge. This makes me so nervous watching this play out.
5 seconds remain, and this is going to have to be the fastest centre pass. Well, why would Wecky pass it off? It's missed. It's the Melbourne Vixens. Well, the fairy tale finish for head coach Simone McInnes is in reach. Who would have thought it at 3/4 time? The Melbourne Vixens grand final bound.